Yo, hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. We're watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood today. This is episode 41. Man, we are deep into this now. I've been going for a minute. So, last time was kind of like the biggest episode we've had in the entire series so far. It was pretty sick. We got the backstory to Hohenheim and father. Learned that Hohenheim was blessed with blessed, kind of cursed, right? I don't know, however you want to interpret it. With immortality, the thing that we've been talking about this whole time. Hohenheim, Ed and Al's father, had it. You know, he's got all of Xerxes within him, or sorry, like half. I think father said that he had the other half or something. Father created a body. He apparently was the real first homunculus. There was like the whole thing with Pride saying that he was the first, but I guess that's not really true, huh? He's like the first created, I think someone said in the comments. I'm going to be getting to that. But I mean, it was just insane seeing how Hohenheim was a slave, and that the fact that he was even part of the Xerxes society at all is crazy. And the little detail of Ed and Al having the blonde hair, yellow eyes, you know, the traits of the Xerxians. I don't know what you call them, but I think that's just a really cool little detail that's just been in the series the entire time. And I just chalked it up to, you know, main characters get cool character designs. But it was in front of us the whole time, and we kind of learned that, I don't know, would you say that father's like a clone? Sorta, in a way. Like, I don't even know. He used Hohenheim's blood to, like, create this body and trick all the Xerxians to think, trick the king into thinking that he was going to get immortality. Decided to give it to Hohenheim, which I hadn't actually really thought about until just now. Why? Was it gratitude for helping him, or was there some reason that he couldn't absorb all of the souls himself? There were a few strange things like that like I either didn't fully get or have yet to be explained. There's the thing with father's age. You know, he's aging, and Hohenheim isn't, so they're kind of different in that aspect. I'd kind of wondered maybe if it's like one's a human, one isn't. I'm not sure. And then yeah, the reason why he even gave Hohenheim half of the souls to begin with is also kind of strange to me. So those are just kind of questions that I've got, and I'm excited to get back into this, see if any of those get answered. I kind of have a feeling that we're not going to be picking right back up with like Hohenheim and everything. We're probably going to jump back to like Al, and that whole plot is like still happening. So, and I do want to know what's going on there. Like, Al saw his body, man. He had like this dream where he saw his detached bod in front of that door. Hohenheim actually said something that had me thinking, like, when he had met Izumi, he said that she couldn't get her organs back. When he healed her, he rearranged stuff to kind of just work better in her body, which is just crazy, by the way. I can't believe I'm saying that. Like, he's kind of insane with it. But he said something along the lines of, like, since you'd sinned, that was your punishment, and you can't get it back. I kind of assumed that Hohenheim knows a lot, and we just kind of don't know a lot on the Ed and Al side of things. So, I mean, what was their punishment? It was Al's body, right? And then Ed paid with his limbs. So, is it not possible to get Al's body back? That whole line had me that was one of the things I've been thinking over like the past week. Like, how futile is this all gonna be for Al and Ed? I want Al to get his body back, and so does he, especially since it sounds like clock's ticking. Like, we might be losing him. So this whole thing is just crazy, keeps getting crazier. I want to read these comments. I got comments last time. Thank you for commenting, guys. So, Felix said last time, for the reason why Hohenheim didn't tell Ed about it, I had asked why Hohenheim didn't tell Ed about the entire, like, him being like a philosopher's stone and his entire history, when he told Izumi just like right off the bat after hearing once that she'd seen the truth. I'd wondered why he didn't help his sons. Here's the answer that Felix gave, which is, you have to consider Ed's mental state when he spoke to Hohenheim at Trisha's grave in episode 20. I do remember that. Yeah, Ed was not in a good space. I can't remember what had just recently happened, but actually, I mean, I don't know. Should I just check right now? I could. Actually, I have notes. Oh, literally Father Before the Grave is the title of that episode. Could this have been just after they'd found out that their mom wasn't actually who they'd brought back? Could be. Let me finish reading this comment. Maybe it'll shed some more light on that. Ed spent the last 10 years blaming his father for causing, in quotes, his mother's death, which also led to the whole human transmutation attempt. That is true, because he'd abandoned them and they were resentful. Ed would not have accepted any information from Hohenheim at that time, which Hohenheim understood from Ed's reaction to him appearing. True, that was not a friendly interaction. I'd still kind of been like, yo, what the fuck, Hohenheim? This is also why you see Hohenheim convey information to Ed through a conversation with Pinako, which he knew that Ed was listening to. Oh, did he know? Did he know that? I remember him talking to Pinako. So yeah, this was when he'd gone back and everything, because it was in front of his mother's grave, wasn't it? Oh, Mother Trisha is their mom's name. I'd forgotten. Yeah, I guess I didn't really realize that Ed had overheard that, or I'd forgotten. By leading Ed to the truth instead of just telling him the truth, Ed could get information without thinking that Hohenheim gave it to him. Izumi is both a parent and an alchemist who knows the full weight of opening the doorway, and Hohenheim understands this as well, which is why he can talk to her so freely about the doorway. She also does not hold a grudge against him like Ed does, which gives her no reason to distrust his words. Okay, that does actually make a whole lot of sense. Basically, he just didn't think that Ed would listen to him. Their relationship isn't really good enough. It would complicate things for Ed. The man with Izumi is her. Oh yes. So this is them telling me about the guy Sig. I actually couldn't remember his name. Izumi's husband. I pretend to not know who that guy is just because of my own personal crush on Izumi. To me, she's not married. Whatever. But I did remember the guy. That's just me messing around, so. But Pride called himself the first homunculus, as in the first homunculus and sin of his siblings created by Father. That's kind of what I imagined, you know? Because he obviously clearly was not the first. Father himself said that he's the first homunculus, the dwarf in the flask whole thing. And then they said, love your post-episode analysis. The longer it is, the more I enjoy. Keep it up. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the nice words. And thank you, yeah, just for the information in general. I love reading your guys' comments. And I'm glad you're enjoying. And then we got another comment, actually just like 5 hours ago before I'm currently recording this, which is kind of funny. I hadn't read this one yet. So, Jeffrey says, in real life, a man named Paracelsus in the 1500s claimed that a homunculus could be made by fermenting sperm and horse dung for 40 days, then feeding it with an extract of human blood to grow into a tiny human. Whoa. Wait, that kind of sounds like the origin of like the dark cloud form of like Father. His name was Philippus Aureolus this is okay, yeah. This was that long ass name that Father had said first, and then it said von Hohenheim. It ends with von Hohenheim, which is, I assume, where Van Hohenheim comes from. That is pretty cool. He says, I think the creation of Dwarf in the Flask in FMAB is based on this real-world story. I would probably agree. That's actually really cool information. This is the kind of stuff, this is what I'm talking about. This is cool stuff that I would not have known if you guys don't tell me. Awesome, man. I love that kind of stuff. When they incorporate, real history into these stories, and like, you can kind of see the inspiration they get to come up with these narratives. I find this stuff very interesting. Those 5 swords and the blood event could symbolize the crest of blood they're now creating in Ishval and other places. Ah, yes. Yeah, because I'd mentioned how it's interesting how there's 5. There's 5 crests of blood, which are the sacrifices, it seems. Which I'd heard that term before. I think Kimblee had said it, maybe? Okay, so yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's a good comment. I'm glad that I read that. I think that's just really cool. And so, thank you for the comments, both of you, and that's about all I got for the beginning of this. We're going to hop into the episode in just a moment. First, consider liking the video, dropping a comment. I'm reading comments now, so I'll read it off in the next one. If you feel like saying something, letting me know something I missed, something that you wanted me to know, little tidbits of information like that are always really cool. I always appreciate it. And subscribing to the channel also just helps support all these videos and everything I do and everything else, So, without further ado, I want to hop into this. This is episode 41, The Abyss. So we are starting back here with these guys. Al is on his way to warn these guys about going to Briggs because it's compromised at the moment. It's under the rule of Central. There's like some stand-in for Olivier at the moment. Al's on his way. Hopefully. The dynamite? Yo, put that down. Is that how it works? I'm not a dynamite expert. I mean, Al's coming after you. You don't have to go too fast. Oh, storm's over? There was like a snowstorm, right? Yeah. Dude, Miles is so cool. Miles is so cool. I don't think I say that enough. Oh. So these two random guys are gonna take out Kimblee. I just kind of don't think so. Also, these other guys might be more chimeras. I think Kimblee's gonna be all right. Can we get just someone a little bit more, I don't know, like relevant to do it? Oh man, these are some randos. I'm okay with killing Kimblee. This is true. I love you, Ed, but I don't know. Do we need to spare this guy? Ed's too good-natured, man. Yeah, I was about to say, it's pretty admirable, even if it does complicate things, the way that they want to do it. Admirable? Admirable. Rasayana. Oh, okay, he's translating. Wow, I didn't think we'd actually see it happening, the translation. Yeah, that's me. Gold person. That's what. Damn it, man. She said it just before I was about to. Now I can't seem smart. The golden hair. So it seems I was right about him taking alchemy over there. So cool. Oh. Help him, man! We kind of have our own chimera bodyguards now, too, I just realized. They're pretty strong. What? He just didn't take the shortcut, I guess. Or I guess maybe it was longer. He did take the shortcut. Well, that explains why it had to be him that went. May. I'm glad he got here in time. Yeah, where can they go? In the abyss, maybe? I read the title. Aspect. Okay. Oh, word. Yoki's chill with all the Ishvalans, man. Okay, question. I've forgotten what caused Ed's little forehead scratch, because it's like there all the time now. I can't remember where did he get hit? When did that happen? Because I'm only just noticing it now. Was it recent? Oh, Ed just made a fake owl. Nice. Does Kimblee know? I've kind of expected more from this guy since the beginning. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get hit with something soon. Is Ed gonna allow that? We need Riza here. Oh, man. What is it? What are we gonna do, Ed? I hope it's a good idea. I trust you. It doesn't prove anything, man. That was pretty sound. Alright. Damn it. So it didn't matter anyway. Bloodlust. Oh no, man. What? Too casual, man. You're not like that. I'm not laughing. Oh. More chimeras? Damn, that guy's like a gorilla. Oh, a lion? These guys are a lot cooler than the last ones. Yeah, the last ones were uggo. These guys actually look cool. Damn, I hope they don't lead him straight to that camp that they're talking about, or that town. Oh! These guys aren't cold. They got their whole chests out. I guess Kimblee knew that, because that would have been pretty. That's pretty smart. To obscure vision with the two, like, smelling ones, I guess. What? Is this stuff not soaked? The other ones were. No. Is that? Yeah, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Yes! Of course. Oh yeah, they smell. Okay. Getting hit with straight cat piss, man. Good thinking, man. Oh, he's not fully healed? Does it look different than normal? I feel like it glows more. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, that's that new leg. Or whatever. And arm. Dude, is that the real deal? You just dropped that? Whoa. Yeah, true. Oh, no. What, man? What? The second one. That's right, yeah. They gave him another one. What is he even doing? It's just a big explosion? Crap. Can we get that one that fell? Oh. What? Oh! Dude! Wait, I don't think we've ever seen Ed get hurt this bad. They're usually pretty alright. Huh? Huh? Okay. Is that coincidence? Is that timing? Coincidence? Damn, man. I don't know even how we fix Al. At least I can hope that we can heal Ed. Do not end. You're gonna end, huh? This episode gonna end? Damn, bro. Gonna ask for their help? I guess these guys are the same as the other ones, right? And yeah, he did explode this whole thing onto him, so... We're just getting more and more people on our side. Dude, I'm gonna throw up. This is crazy. What? Like your lifespan? It's better than dying. There's a philosopher's stone downstairs. Somewhere. Bruh, this is a tough way to learn this lesson. Dude, ah. Ah, dude. Oh, come on, bro. That's so interesting. One soul's worth. But okay, but I mean, how much is his soul worth, you know? Because he's like one of these special sacrifices. Maybe one soul philosopher's stone for him is actually a pretty powerful philosopher's stone. Maybe it would be, because you know this whole thing is like, it sounds like it's gonna cost 5 souls maybe for whatever Father's cooking up. It's pretty kind of unrelated to this, but like it had me thinking the way he put that. Also, these guys, chimeras right now are coming through. Yeah. Dude. They're both collapsed. Oh, it's right there. Man, if I was Kimblee, I'd be freaking out, bro. He just dropped a philosopher's stone. That's crazy. Man. Well, okay, well, so they're just on the run. We don't know where they're going. I like this ending, actually. I like it. So I wonder, would this be the first time that Ed has been punished for trying to save a life? Has that happened yet? Because he is very idealistic. I feel like the characters are always mentioning, you know, their age, and like it's usually in a way to kind of preserve, I feel like, their innocence. A lot of the adults kind of don't want to taint Ed and Al most of the time, but Miles wasn't really like that as much. He said that he envied them in their youth and I guess like their naivety, but he's more on the side of, you know, he doesn't really care about preserving it as much as like I feel like most of the other adults do. He's a lot more I guess pragmatic, or I guess he's used to being on like the war front, right? So he's used to the killing. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever see Ed kill anybody. I don't know if we will or not, because it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like we talk a lot about the whole cycle of hate and everything, and usually that has to do with killing somebody. Feels like contradictory to a lot of the messages of the show. Would they put that on the main character? I don't know. But anyway, Kimblee is still on the search, and they were prepared to kill him. Unfortunately, Kimblee saw through it. He's like very attuned to, like he mentioned that he could smell like the bloodlust in the air. Like he's got like instincts like that, I guess. He can just tell when someone's got that intent to kill, I guess. And also he is just like, a veteran military guy, you know. So he might just be trained to watch out for snipers and everything. So either way, their plan probably would not have worked. He would have just put up the smoke screen and everything, but... Oh, you know what? Actually, Ed did have that second chance to kill him while they were fighting, but he spared him. And then, you know, the consequences are Ed getting a pipe, or what was that, like a girder through his side? Jesus Christ. Maybe Ed learns from this mistake. He might not be able to spare him the next time, or maybe the next encounter he has like this, where it's life and death, he might not be able to have the luxury to stick to his morals, you know, because it cost him a lot here. Kimblee's on his way still. I'm still worried that they're gonna end up leading him to this village or whatever they're talking about. This oh man, it's Ishvalans, bro. Are we sicking Kimblee on all the Ishvalan camp? Oh no, we're gonna have a repeat. Man, I feel like that's gonna happen totally. I'm nervous. It was cool to see the translation actually taking place. For some reason, I just figured it'd be something that the author would consider boring and try to skip over it. We're not seeing all of it, but through that little scene, we got confirmation that it is Hohenheim who went to Xing. I'm glad that I said that theory. I've been focused on that whole like Eastern Western traveler story since the first time they said it. I never really forgotten it. And it just makes so much sense now. And like the whole golden thing is for their blonde hair. Because obviously over in Xing, it's like, I'd imagine they wouldn't have too many blonde people over there. Not really in the gene pool. So it's just pretty cool to have that confirmation. And we see why it was so important for Al to be the one to go look for them. Because dude is covered in snow. Anybody else would have died. Good thing. This is where not having a body comes in handy, buddy. But unfortunately, he collapsed. He can't keep this armor forever. I just don't even know what to do about that. Maybe they figure something out in this town, I guess, wherever they're going. I don't know why they would. Dude, how are we gonna deal with Al? How? What are we gonna do about that? Because Ed, you know, easy enough. He came up with a solution on the fly, because dude's a genius, but like, I don't know what we're supposed to do about Al. Dude is like losing, he's being like reconnected to his body. He's essentially like dying, right? Like, what can we even do about that? Just not anything. Not shit. With Kimblee on the way, okay, things are looking kind of bad, dude. Things are not looking good. And losing that Philosopher's Stone didn't really mean anything for Kimblee, it seems, because he had 2 of them. Thanks to, I think Envy gave it to him, right? Bruh. I mean, it's, okay, it is a huge deal that we got our hands on one, though. And a huge deal that these 2 chimeras are pretty cool and helped Ed out. I mean, there's a case where sparing somebody's life didn't backfire on him, you know? It saved his own life here, didn't it? So I guess, fuck me. Maybe there's nothing to learn here. It's just situational, isn't it? Because if Ed was a worse person, you know, these guys are like the enemy at the moment, so he could have easily let him just be crushed by all that. But he got him up for his own self-interest, but at the same time, I think he would have done it regardless. He would have saved these guys. So it pays off in that way. That's pretty cool, man. It all comes around. Yeah, they're taking him somewhere. We don't even know where, but they've also got the Philosopher's Stone. So that's kind of, I don't know. That's a little bit hopeful, maybe? I don't know. I don't know where they're going. And this sucks because I didn't mention this. I was supposed to. This will probably be the only upload for the week, like, and the next week. I'm going to be away. I'm going to be out of town. So, and I didn't have anything pre-recorded. I usually would have something recorded ahead of time. I just didn't have time to do it. So this is unfortunately going to be the only one for like the next the next week or 2. And then coming back, man, there's like Squid Game coming back and Don like right there. Like everything's coming out at the same time. So it's going to be pretty hectic when I come back, but I'm going to try to keep these coming out for you guys. And that's why I'm pissed, because I want to watch another one to figure out what happens to Ed and what happens to Al. Also, it seems that, like, yeah, they are going to be pretty separated for this season, at least at the moment, because, like, they're both getting carried off to, like, separate places. And that, just judging by the opening and the ending, that's kind of what I predicted. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much more to say about this episode. It was a good one, though. The wait is going to be horrendous. I can't lie. It's going to be a minute before I can watch another one of these, but you know, I will be anxiously waiting to pick back up where I left off once I come back, and I hope you will be there for it to check it out with me. It's a lot of fun, guys. I'm going to head out of here, but before I do, consider, again, liking the video, subscribing, drop a comment if you feel like it. It all helps, and it's also just interesting to read your comments. But yeah, that's about it. Take care, and I'll see you later, alright? Peace.